Deep within the dense forests of Canada, nestled amongst the towering pines and hidden within the shadows, lurked a malevolent creature known to the locals as Santa Sakai. The legend spoke of a beast, half human and half animal, haunting the land for centuries. In a small, isolated village called Blackwood, fear gripped the hearts of the inhabitants. Tales of mysterious disappearances and unexplained deaths had haunted their nights for generations. Whispers reverberated through the community, warning of the terror that awaited those who ventured into the forest alone. The legend of Santa Sakai was born of blood and misery. It was said that the creature, driven by insatiable hunger, stalked the villages under the cover of night, searching for innocent prey to satisfy its terrifying appetite. The monster possessed razor-sharp claws, capable of tearing through flesh and bone with ease. Amidst the darkness, there were few who dared to venture outside their homes when the moon loomed high. But the desperation to unravel the mystery behind Santa Sakai fueled an unyielding curiosity within. A young journalist named Sarah. She arrived in Blackwood armed with skepticism but found the fear etched upon the faces of the villagers impossible to ignore. As her investigation delved deeper, Sarah met with aging townsfolk who whispered tales of encounters with the creature. They shared chilling accounts of narrow escapes, describing a beast with blazing red eyes and bellowing howls that haunted the night, sending shivers down even the bravest spines. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah wandered further into the village's outskirts, guided only by the tenebrous glow of the moon. The dense fog clung to her like the foreboding presence of a silent predator. Every snap of a twig, every rustle of leaves, threatened to herald the arrival of Santa Sakai. Suddenly, Sarah's ears pricked up, faint whispers reached her, carried by the whispering wind. Intrigued, she followed the ethereal voices that led her deeper into the forest, beyond the boundaries of familiarity. With each passing step, its atmosphere became heavier, suffocating, as if the very air was tainted with dread. As Sarah pushed through the tangled undergrowth, she stumbled upon an ancient shrine amidst a small clearing. The dilapidated structure seemed to be of religious significance, a place of worship long abandoned. Symbols etched into the moss-covered walls depicted an eerie amalgamation of human and animal forms, mirroring the rumored appearance of Santa Sakai. A prickle ran up Sarah's spine as she realized she was not alone. Muted breaths, like the eerie gusts of wind, caressed her cheek. Heart racing, she turned to face the monster that had haunted her dreams. Its form was grotesque, a monstrous creation that defied nature. Santa Sakai, towering above her, emitted a spine-chilling growl that reverberated through the trees. Red, piercing eyes locked onto Sarah's, and she braced herself for what she believed to be the end. But instead of lunging forward, Santa Sakai hesitated, gazing at her with a confusion that bordered on longing. To Sarah's surprise, a voice emanated from the creature, blending animalistic and human tones. You do not fear me," it questioned, its voice as haunted as the souls it devoured. Driven by compassion, Sarah cautiously approached Santa Sakai, extending a trembling hand. "No, I do not." The villagers cower in terror, "But I sense there is more to you than darkness. Tell me your story." And so, beneath the moonlit canopy, Santa Sakai revealed its tragic existence. Born of an unholy union, half human and half beast, it was doomed to roam the Canadian wilderness. Cursed to satisfy its insatiated hunger, the monster longed for redemption, and into its relentless cycle of violence and suffering. Intrigued, Sarah embarked on a mission to unearth the source of Santa Sakai's torment, to break the curse that had plagued the creature for centuries. With every step, she uncovered legends of a forbidden love, betrayal, and a desperate plea made to an ancient god, resulting in the cursed creation that was Santa Sakai. Undeterred by the macabre tales surrounding Santa Sakai, Sarah delved deep into the annals of forgotten folklore, unraveling the threads of the curse that bound the creature. Clues and whispers guided her, leading her towards a hidden trove believed to hold the answers she sought. As she descended into the depths of an ancient cavern, walls painted with intricate symbols depicting the tale of passion and deceit, Sarah's heart quickened. The air grew colder and more oppressive, as if the very darkness around her was conspiring against her progress. Torch in hand, Sarah ventured further, guided by an insatiable quest for knowledge. The flickering flames cast eerie shadows on the walls, bringing to life the ancient legend that had consumed the lives of so many innocents. As the tunnel narrowed, Sarah emerged into a chamber bathed in an ethereal glow. The walls shimmered, resonating with energy. In the center of the room, atop a stone pedestal, rested an ancient artifact, an amulet said to possess the power to break the curse. With trembling hands, Sarah lifted the amulet, its weight heavy with hope, determination, and an underlying fear of the consequences that awaited her. As she turned it over in her palm, the amulet glimmered with an otherworldly light, sending tendrils of warmth coursing through her veins. Unbeknownst to Sarah, her pursuit had not gone unnoticed. Through the depths of the labyrinth, a shadowy figure watched her every move. Suddenly, the chamber transformed into a cacophony of groaning stone and hissing whispers. The walls seemed to come alive, the symbols etched upon them twisting and writhing before Sarah's very eyes. Panic dulled her senses as the room spun in a whirlwind of chaos. The spectral figure emerged from the shadows, its presence commanding and suffocating. Eyes locked on Sarah, it spoke in a voice that echoed with both sorrow and malevolence. You dare meddle in affairs beyond your comprehension. The curse shall not be broken, and Santa Sakai will forever feast upon innocent souls. Defiance ignited within Sarah as she clutched the amulet firmly. I will not stand idly by while innocent lives are claimed. I will break this curse and bring peace to Santa Sakai's tormented existence. Enraged, the figure lashed out, unleashing a flurry of dark energy aimed at Sarah. She dodged and weaved, fueled by an indomitable spirit and the determination to vanquish the curse. As the battle raged, the chamber trembled under the weight of their conflict. The walls groaned, each strain echoing the lost souls trapped within the curse. It was a struggle between light and darkness, hope and despair. With every evasive maneuver, Sarah grew more attuned to the energy flowing through the amulet. An ancient power surged within her, a force that resonated with the lingering remnants of hope and redemption. Summoning her strength, Sarah channeled the energy toward the malevolent figure. In a blinding burst of light, radiance overcame the darkness, stunning her adversary momentarily. It was a fleeting opportunity, but Sarah seized the chance, lunging forward with the amulet held high. As the amulet's glow intensified, an otherworldly shockwave rippled through the chamber. The walls trembled as if in protest, releasing tortured cries that mirrored the pain inflicted by Santa Sakai throughout its cursed existence. Seconds stretched into eternity as Sarah completed the final step of the ritual. With unwavering resolve, she pressed the amulet against the stone pedestal, its power surging through the ancient artifact, intertwining them in a symphony of magic and destiny. A blinding explosion of radiant energy erupted, consuming the chamber, and casting Sarah into oblivion. She felt her body being pulled through the void, hurtling through time and space, her mind consumed by a maelstrom of visions and emotions. When the chaos subsided, Sarah found herself in an unfamiliar place. She stood on the outskirts of Blackwood Village, surrounded by blooming wildflowers and the earthy scent of renewal. The landscape shimmered in the soft glow of dawn, a reflection of the curse finally broken. Trembling and disoriented, Sarah began her return to Blackwood. eager to reunite with the villagers and bring them news of Santa Sakai's fate. Hope bloomed in her heart, but an unshakable unease lingered, a nagging suspicion that not everything was as it seemed. As she approached the village, a deafening silence greeted her. The once bustling streets now appeared desolate and abandoned. Fear constricted her chest, her steps faltering as she navigated through abandoned houses and empty lanes. Suddenly, a solitary gasp shattered the silence. Sarah's gaze snapped toward the source, her eyes widening in horror. The villagers emerged from the shadows, their faces contorted into grim masks of anguish and pain. They chanted a single phrase in unison, their voices hauntingly hollow, "Santa Sakai lives." Sarah's heart pounded in her chest. As the shocking revelation resonated through her, how could this be? She had broken the curse, hadn't she? Fear and confusion drove her forward, her every instinct screaming at her to flee, to escape the clutches of the nightmare that had enveloped Blackwood. But a sliver of determination amidst the chaos propelled her to seek answers, to confront the truth that lurked within the darkness. Descending into the depths of the village, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden chamber, its entrance concealed beneath layers of decay and neglect. The dank air clung to her as she cautiously made her way inside, her footsteps echoing in the eerie silence. Before her eyes materialized a sight that struck her with equal parts terror and awe. An altar stood at the center of the room, adorned with symbols and relics far older than time itself. Upon it lay the inert form of Santa Sakai, its monstrous visage twisted in eternal agony. A gut-wrenching realization seeped into Sarah's bones. The legend of Santa Sakai lived, not in the form of a creature, but in the hearts of the villagers themselves. The curse, though weakened, had found a way to persist, manifesting as a collective darkness that consumed their souls. A figure detached from the shadows, advancing slowly towards Sarah. It was the same shadowy presence she had encountered in the cavern, now more distinct, its features twisted by the relentless hunger for vengeance that fueled the curse. "Your meddling has only amplified our suffering," the figure hissed, voice dripping with malice. "Santa Sakai feasts on our despair, eternally fueled by the fear and pain we endure." Sarah's mind raced as she took in the gravity of the situation. That amulet, once believed to be the key to freeing Santa Sakai from its cursed existence, had unwittingly become a conduit for the villagers' darkest emotions. A flicker of understanding dawned upon Sarah, kindling a glimmer of hope. "The curse is not broken, but it can be," she began, her voice steady despite the surging turmoil within. "We must confront the pain, the fear that has bound you all. Only by embracing the light within yourselves can Santa Sakai's grip be loosened." As the words left her lips, a seismic shift reverberated through the chamber. The villagers' collective anguish and terror surged and clashed against Sarah's unwavering conviction. Shadowy tendrils lashed out, embodying their fears and doubts, threatening to ensnare her. With unwavering resolve, Sarah faced the darkness head-on. She confronted each villager's pain, acknowledging their suffering and guiding them towards the faint flicker of hope that still burned within them. Slowly, their terror subsided, their cries turning from agony to acceptance. Yet, Santa Sakai still writhed in torment upon the altar, its monstrous form clawing desperately at its fate. The curse would not relinquish its grip easily. Recognizing the final step towards salvation, Sarah stepped forward, a beacon of resilience and empathy in the face of unspeakable horrors. Closing her eyes, she reached out, touching Santa Sakai with trembling hands. A surge of energy pulsed through her, intertwining her essence with that of the cursed creature. In that fleeting moment, a surge of compassion flowed, shattering the chains that bound the villagers and Santa Sakai alike. The room trembled as the curse shattered, dispersing into a burst of radiant light that blinded Sarah momentarily. When she opened her eyes, the chamber lay in ruins, and Santa Sakai stood before her, transformed into a figure of ethereal beauty, redeemed at last. As the dawn broke over Blackwood, its inhabitants emerged from their homes, their eyes filled with newfound hope and gratitude. Sarah had restored their lives, their faith in humanity, and had redeemed the monstrosity that was Santa Sakai. In the wake of that dark chapter, Blackwood began to heal. The legends of Santa Sakai faded into distant memories, replaced by tales of compassion prevailing over darkness. And in the heart of Sarah, the knowledge that even in the face of unimaginable terror, the human spirit could conquer the most fearsome of creatures.